Hey guys, what up? It's your boy Ezza here. It's been a while since I've done a video in as Trips Balls realm. Just been crazy busy. Have been working on music. Have been going to school. I'm just trying to tackle this life thing. I got married. You know what I'm saying? Shouts out my beautiful wife Taylor, Restless Royalty. Um, yeah, so it's been fun. But as you all know, I am a major Kanye West enthusiast. I've been waiting for this Donda album to drop since it was Yandi. Really, it's never stopped. The anticipation. Jesus is King was great. I loved it personally. It's Kanye's brightest album. It's all light, all love. Um, but it's not necessarily what we all wanted from Ye, right? This is it. This is what we all wanted. This is him making an album again, right? Um, First and foremost, I'm extremely happy with it. I'm rocking a Toronto Raptors hat because even though I'm not on Team Drake, it's still Toronto all day, Canada all day. I'm in Niagara. Um, I'm not for this whole beef thing. I think it's fake. I think it's a competition. They're both signed to Universal Music Group, Kanye and Drake, and I think they're both trying to somehow fuck over Universal with this whole thing. But I don't know. They're smarter than I am, both of them, including Drake. So I want to do a little review piece, but not a typical review piece. What I'm going to do is break down my top 10 songs on Donda. We got, um, you know, 27 song track list. If you take out the remixes and the little interludes, you're looking about 21 songs. So it was still really hard for me to pick my top 10 because that means I'm leaving more than half the album off of this list, off of this review. Um, I strongly encourage you go check out the full album. All right, take the time to do it. Listen to it twice, three times. It's an experience. It's a spiritual journey. You know what I mean? It's like doing a psychedelic. You just gotta cast aside your expectations, set an intention, and fucking meditate into it. That's what Donda's all about. And as I say that, I got an email from Yeezy Supply with some new Yeezys dropping. Shouts out my man Ye, always hustling. All right, so here's my top 10. I did include a number 11 just because I thought Remote Control deserves an honorable mention. I love the song. It gets a lot of flack as like the worst song on the album or whatever. It almost cracked my top 10. It just barely didn't. I love Remote Control. I love the vocoder part on Young Thug's verse. I love Young Thug's whole verse, really. Ye's part is nice. I like the whole, some people say the song lacks focus. I get it. You know what I mean? He's talking about technology. He's talking about himself being in charge. And then ultimately, the top layer is God being in charge. So it's like technology gives us remote control, but I need to have remote control over my surroundings, but ultimately I'm giving the remote control to God. And then Young Thug just comes in with this fucking slimy verse. Is beautiful. But that's number 11. So now we're about to enter the top 10. That was just an honorable mention. Number 10, we got Hurricane. All right. Weekend coming in like an angel. Little Baby with a beautiful verse. Kanye's verse is perfect. There's a lot of Ye fans out there that want the original Hurricane verse that leaked a long time ago. I think this verse is much better. It's updated. It's current. It's telling you what he's currently dealing with and currently feels. There'll always be a special place in my heart for that original Hurricane snippet that came when he announced Yandi. The song is a completely revamped song. Completely different, but still fantastic and soul warming and just beautiful. It's currently the biggest hit on the album, so it's probably the one that you've heard if you haven't heard the album. It's a beautiful song. Coming in at number 10 for me, Hurricane. At number 9, Jail. Okay, Perfect way to start the album. Starts it with a Jay-Z verse. I love that because he did tweet sometime last year about like, Drake and Nicki's albums should start with a Lil Wayne verse. My albums and Rihanna's album should start with a Jay-Z verse to show lineage, right? So then he stuck to that, Didn't exactly start with a Jay-Z verse, but that's the first voice other than Kanye's and the Donda chant that you hear on the album. Jail's a beautiful song. I like the DaBaby version. At first, I said DaBaby's verse is way better than Hove's, but now I like Hove's better. Like DaBaby's is great. It's great, and I'm not getting political on this, so fuck off. DaBaby's verse is great, but Hove is Hove, man. I like the Hove version better. Beautiful little references in there. Reset. Yeah, he's Hove. He kills it. And the beat's beautiful, and it's just a great like way to open the album. Yeezy's back, baby. So that's number 9. Number 8, Jonah. Okay. This was the song that when I heard it at the very first listening party, I was like, this song is gonna be something special, right? That hook from Vori. The pain you can hear in his voice, the anguish, you know what I mean? He's really feeling that. And we've all felt that. Who's here when I need a shoulder to lean on? I hope you there when I need them demons to be gone. And it's not fair that I had to fight them all on my own. Who hasn't felt that at some point? And he just sings it in such a relatable way. You really feel the pain. And then, then comes in with a fantastic verse. Dirk with the fantastic verse, Ye with the fantastic verse. At first, I was a little not feeling the beep, 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 beep. But as with most things Kanye does, I'm disappointed at first, and then a little bit of time passes, and I'm like, okay, he made the right decision. That beep is better than the snare, all right? And don't come to me complaining about no drums, all right? There's drums on this album, just they're used very sparingly, which in my opinion is a brilliant choice. And it's going to, once again, change the sound of everything we hear in the future. Mind you, the no drums trend was already kind of starting, right? But that's what Ye does. He picks things out and then he, let me put you onto this, right? Next up from Jonah, we've got Keep My Spirit Alive. That's my number 7. Love this song. Love KC Pluto on the hook. Big shout out to KC. Really, really love West Side Gun's verse. Love Kanye's verse. Love Ye's verse, which was actually written by Royce da 5'9". He's one of my favorite rappers. So it's like, love the beat. Everything about this song is great. It's like my favorite underground rappers collaborating with my favorite mainstream rapper. And it's on this album. Like, I just feel lucky to be alive when I hear Keep My Spirit Alive. After Keep My Spirit Alive, coming in at number 6, I've put Come to Life. Now, this is not a song that I'm going to repeat all the time, right? I think the numbers also are showing that. It's one of the least streamed songs on the album, despite the fact he gave it a little extra push with the video. It was the craziest part of the live stream, the third live stream, in my opinion, was the Come to Life portion. So I thought this song was going to be pretty big. It's epic. It's beautiful. The best singing of Kanye's career, far and away. Like, he nails it. He absolutely nails it. His emotion in every line. I don't want to die alone. I don't want to die alone. I get mad when you're gone. Sad. Oh, I'm just like, I don't know what to say. The pianos, the guitar that comes in. I mean, that's just one of those songs that is just like, you know what I mean? So yeah, it didn't enter my top 5, but like objectively, technically, musically, it's right. It's right up there. It's upper echelon. I also want to throw in an honorable mention at this time to Heaven and Hell, which did not make my list. Now, I love Heaven and Hell. And again, musically, technically, it's superior to most of the songs on the album if you want to be like objective about things. Heaven and Hell is great, not on my personal top 10. It's powerful, it lifts me. And again, if I were to try to like rank the technically best songs on the album, Heaven and Hell's right up there. Not on my list. I say that to say, Come to Life would also probably be higher on the list if I was trying to be a jerk, you know what I mean? But I gotta just go with my personal preference. Now, Come to Life is so good that even though I've only listened to it, probably could count on one hand, it still almost cracked my top 5. So definitely go listen to Come to Life. He's got a little video on his YouTube channel for it. Now we're entering into the top 5. Now all 5 of these songs define the album to me, are perfect to me. They're all great. I could probably shuffle this order around and it would still be accurate. Mind you, the album's only been out for a week, so I expect this whole list is going to change for me. This is just my first top 10, top 11 list. So coming in at number 5, Off the Grid, just the craziest song ever. If he announced that he was going to tour and only perform Off the Grid, I'd probably still pay full price for those tickets, because I need to be in a crowd with Off the Grid playing live. It needs to happen. It's on my bucket list. You want drums? People who are complaining about drums, all the drums went into Off the Grid, okay? You got your trap drums, you got your drill drums, you've even got a little section of like rock drums like coming into Playboi Carti's verse. You go boom, 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 boom. I'm off the grid. That those my ribs. The song is perfect, okay? You got Cardi just doing his thing to the nth degree. Then you get this beat switch where it switches from trap to drill in like a subtle but not subtle way. 5EO Foreign, what can you say more about this? Professor Sky, who I love, said that the 5EO Foreign verse on Off the Grid is the Nicki Minaj on Monster of Donda, right? And I think that's a great comparison because he just lets him go and every single bar delivers, right? That 5EO verse, I was like, that's going to be hard to touch, you know? Then the third listening party happened, okay? And Kanye revealed that he's got a new verse after 5EO's. And Kanye, he does better than 5EO. You can hear him punching in, all right? So for all my rap nerds, definitely you can take points away from Kanye for punching in. And I'm sure he maybe wrote a couple lines of it, but I'm sure he got a lot of help writing that as well. But his delivery on every bar is perfect. The verse is perfect. And what really makes Kanye's verse perfect is the production behind the verse. When the beat starts to die down and you hear those ooh, and then all of a sudden I think I see Messi, and this money could never neglect me. I think that the love would be soon as she met me. I mean, that is the only time the whole listening party, even Marilyn Manson, people are saying he looked bored. He's playing his role, okay? He's supposed to be like the school shooter standing outside the house, you know? He's not fucking dancing. But when Kanye starts going back in on that beat drop on Off the Grid, even Marilyn Manson was like, you know what I'm saying? And again, I'm not getting political here, so fuck off. Up from Off the Grid, my number 4 favorite song on the album is Moon, which I was very tempted to put at number 1. The only reason, well, no, there's lots of reasons. The other songs are just, anyway. The other night I was playing Moon and my wife came in and I just started playing Moon. My wife came in and gave me a hug and we ended up just hugging through the whole song Moon. And it was just so beautiful. If anything is ever wrong in your life, just put on that Moon song. We're talking peak Kid Cudi, peak Kanye singing again. Just, he knows exactly how to complement Cudi's voice with his voice. It's so beautiful. And then Don Toliver just with that angelic repeating refrain in the background. And then Cudi with ooh. The guitars remind me a lot of Rat-a-Tat's work on Man on the Moon 1. It's just so Cudi. It's so Cudi. My favorite moment of my first listen of the album. At the third listening party, Kanye did a lot of genius things, right? One was making everyone think he was replacing Jay-Z with DaBaby, when he kept Jay-Z, of course. Another one was making people think he cut Kid Cudi from the album, right? Cudi was on Remote Control and Moon on Listening Party 2. Listening Party 3, no Cudi verse on Remote Control, no Cudi verse on Moon. Everyone's like, oh shit, is he like mad at Kid Cudi? Are they like falling out? Is Kid Cudi not cool with the DaBaby thing or something? Like, what's the word, right? Album finally drops 2 days later. I'm listening. Still no Cudi verse on Remote Control. Fuck. All right, Remote Control is cool without the Cudi verse. You know what? Like a lot of people love Cudi's verse the best. I like Thug's verse the best, so I'm much happier if he's gonna keep one that it was Thug. I also love the Globba Glob thing. He could have let that run longer, as far as I'm concerned. But anyway, so no Cudi verse on Remote. Globba Glob's still there. It goes into Moon right after Remote, right? And I was like, oh, please, 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 Kanye, please let Cudi be on this song, man. It's Moon, right? I hear Cudi's voice come in, and I literally out loud just went, thank you, thank you, thank you. And from there on out, I just was in bliss. Like I said, peak Cudi, peak Ye harmonizing, peak Don Toliver vocals, just beautiful guitar, no drums at all, but this is one of those scenarios where drums would have ruined this song, you know? You don't have to have drums just because it's a rule of thumb in hip-hop. I mean, the song is gorgeous and does not need a single hit of percussion in there. Moving on up, number 3, Jesus Lord. It's an emotional experience every time I listen to it. It's 9 minutes long. I still listen to it the whole way through every time. That 2001 Space Odyssey organ at the beginning, just, I was like, you know, something epic's about to happen. Boom, 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 Jesus. It's a perfect song. Kanye's verse is probably my favorite verse he's ever spit. I like it better than the Off the Grid verse even. You hear the vulnerableness in his vocals. Like, say what you want about Kanye's rapping, but they're like, his voice is just so relatable. And when he's spitting about relatable shit, he has a way of like, I don't know, he almost like leaves the demo version, but that's the raw, real feeling of the verse. So many parts of his verse I love. And then you go, well, how is he going to follow that verse? And then Jay Electronica comes in with just a perfect, like, bringing light to the, like, Kanye sort of gives you the dark side, and then Jay Electronica's like, in the name of the true and God, you know, the beneficent, the merciful, I thank you for bringing me up on the rough side of the mountain like Urchigal. The literary, religious, historical references in Jay Electronica's verse is why Kanye picked him for this song. You know, he is of the Islamic faith, rapping on a song called Jesus Lord, which is just such a cool move. And he brings so much religious knowledge and context to the table in his verse, which I think is a statement in itself saying, hey, for those who don't know, Muslims do acknowledge Jesus existed. They, in fact, acknowledge he's a great prophet. They just don't acknowledge that he's the Messiah or the Son of God or that he resurrected, which is fucking pretty logical, you know. But hey, everyone believes what they believe. To have him on that song with Jesus, Lord, in the background was just such a moment of bridging a gap, you know. I love it. Beautiful verse. And then you've got Larry Hoover Jr. just with the heart-wrenching speech. I cried, you know, the second time I heard it. It's just so perfect, and I'm so glad Ye kept it on the album. So that's my number 3. We're getting to the nitty-gritty here. My second favorite song on the album, number 2, is Believe What I Say. Next to Thanking the Heavens, that Cudi was on Moon when I listened to the album the first time. The third listening party, right? Now, a little bit of context here. 2020 summer, Donda was supposed to drop. He teased a bunch of stuff and then just fucking shit the bed, forgot all about it, right? Well, he didn't actually shit the bed, but it seemed like that to his fans, like it was just Donda scrapped or whatever. Until this year, all of a sudden, it, boom, starts back up. During that whole 2020 run, he puts up this video of himself on vacation on a boat. And I don't remember what country he was in, Dominican Republic or something, and it was like this beautiful ocean with a skyscape over it and like a sunset, orangey, like early sunset. It was beautiful. And the ocean reflecting, and they're cruising in this boat, right? And you just get this beginning of this song playing with this Lauryn Hill sample and this bass line and this fucking for the record, just one time for the record. And that, from that moment, was my grail of unreleased Kanye music. I needed that song. I needed it. And up until very close to the album being released, I was totally convinced it was scrapped. It was done. The first 2 listening parties had happened, and I was like, well, Believe What I Say, unfortunately, doesn't really fit. I don't know how he's going to make it fit on the album. Like, I just gotta accept the fact that it's going to be another lost grail, another lost relic for us Kanye fans. And then third listening party happens, and Junya Watanabe plays. Everyone's getting all hype, and then there's this moment where there's just this silence, and Kanye and a few others are all kind of standing around the house. They're not on the porch at this time, and then all of a sudden you just hear, ooh, 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 my man in my way, ooh, 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 my man in my way, boom, 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 and like, God just washed over me. I was like, holy crap, he did it. He's put Believe What I Say on the album. He made it work in such a beautiful way. It's at the perfect part it needs to be at. Like, you got this whole, like, cold, desolate, dark, somewhat post-apocalyptic feeling experience. And then right in the middle of it, when it sort of pivots from, hell to heaven, so to speak, you just get this warm, glowing ball of light in the form of Believe What I Say, and that bass line. And it's really, like, even though Buju Banton does appear on the song, it's really the only Kanye solo song. He does the chorus, he does the verses. His verses are great, the chorus is great, the production is out of this world. It's kind of like it's sort of a pop. It's like the poppiest song on the album, probably, but it's Kanye's style of radio hit. Like, I'm really surprised this doesn't have a video. This is not out there. Believe What I Say really should have been a lead single, because it could have been huge. But I get why it wasn't, because people would have expected more of that sound, and it's really the only song that sounds like this on this album. But it warms my soul. I dance to it every time. You should dance to it every time. I can't wait till life's a little more back to normal and I could be at a bar and hear Believe What I Say playing. Boom, 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 boom. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful song. I love everything about it. Thank you, Kanye, for making it work on the album, even though it didn't fit. I felt like it was a personal favor to me that he did there. Now leading up to number one. Right now, my favorite song on Donda is Praise God. Another listening party 3 moment, you know. It was when things started really having built up and everyone was like, okay, Marilyn Manson's there, the baby's all right, I'm over it. Praise God, Baby Keem comes out, right? Dancing like a madman, and like, I'm like, holy, this sounds great. The Donda speech at the beginning, but it cannot always be night. Just the hardest introduction ever. The way he worked the Donda speech with the into the night, into the chorus of the song, just incredible. So the moment in the third listening party, like I was just in total awe watching Kanye and Baby Keem dancing in front of the house to this song. And then I see Kirby message me and it's like, this production is flawless. It's untouchable. And it is. And, you know, it doesn't have to be clean. It doesn't have to be tidy. Praise God to me is like perfectly imperfect Kanye banger. It's got everything. Like Travis Scott delivers one of his best performances, even though he doesn't even seem to really try very hard. It's just perfect. A lot of people say that they wish that Travis stayed on the hook, but fuck that. Kanye coming in with that hook, he sort of took Travis's flow or whatever and turned it into, we gonna praise our way out the grave, dog, live it, speak it, praise God, walking out the graveyard back to life, see with new sights. Like, that's just the best. It's the best. It's hip hop. That is hip hop. He does it on this dark trap beat, but it's like there's something so hip hop about that. We gonna praise our way out the grave, dog, live it, speak it, praise God, walking out the graveyard back to life. It's just beautiful. And then the Baby Keem switch up, right? The Baby Keem switch up. He's got all 3 babies on this album, by the way. Da Baby, Lil Baby, Baby Keem. Baby Keem is my favorite, right? Still outside, I'm still outside. You know, I had a couple reviewers be like, oh, he can't figure out how to start his verse. Shut the fuck up. It's beautiful. The way the organs go behind him as he's kind of getting started. The whole little beat switch up in there. And then it's just, when he, look at my life, I'm subject to means, the son of you, it's ba-da-da boom, da ba-da-da boom, da ba-da-da bing. I need a new girl, my old one was mean. I had to let go. Look at the people that came to my shows. It's probably my favorite feature on the album. Just like, not the best, but my favorite. I love it. Praise God is my number 1 favorite song on Donda. It is the defining song of the album, I think. Now, I do need to say, it's one of the darker songs. Some of the lighter songs are beautiful as well, right? There's a lot that could have been in the top 10, but this is literally just based on my first week of preferences. These are the 10 songs that I'm like, this is PK right here. Tons of other great shit on the album. If you don't want to listen to the whole album because you're like a hater or whatever, then just listen to some of the songs I mentioned here today. And you tell me, I mean, he's the GOAT. He's the absolute GOAT. Kanye forever. Not Wakanda, but Wakanda is kinda like what we gonna make, and who gonna make it? Kinda. So beautifully corny. Just, he knows exactly what he's doing, man. Kanye's the GOAT, and the numbers are going to show it. Because people are going to keep revisiting this album for years to come. Like every Kanye album, you know. Every Kanye album goes through this cycle of people being like, ugh, it's just weird. And then all of a sudden, everything changes. And you've revisited a year later, and you're like, whoa, what was I thinking? You know? That's Ye, and that's Donda, and that's my top 10. Thank you for listening, I suppose. Bye.